me was to put out the messages that I sent her that had nothing to do with the situation. And it's
And yeah,
all,
when was these messages sent to Miss Crazone?
man,
Was that last year or this was last year?
let me tell you when I sent her these messages. Um, I sent these messages to her in March. Now, mind you, in March, I was still dealing with my father, so I was in and out. So when I heard that shit that happened to No Cry Zone, I wanted to reach out to her. It don't matter if I ain't contacted you or did anything. If I have your number and I feel like I want to reach out to you, I think I can. But I don't understand, why would I reach out to you on some malicious shit? My father just had a fucking heart attack in February. And you think I'm about to get on to talk to you and be malicious?
All right. So I'm gonna say this because I already said it earlier, Apple Sticks, just to be clear. Uh I feel like you and Karma Wax are very, very kind hearted, and I feel like that gets y'all in a lot of trouble because y'all look out for people. Because the first instance I ever heard about y'all even giving somebody some money was about the whole Angie thing. I never knew y'all were doing any of this stuff or anything like that. That is the first instance I heard about. And, you know, we all know how that turned out. So I was hoping y'all would learn y'all lessons from that. So,
Well, I did learn my lesson from that. Don't give nobody no more money.
yeah, exactly. But I hope you learned your lesson from this because I do feel like a lot of this was overstepping. But the fact that Safi knew what was going on makes me say this. Those are her children. They are her responsibility to protect those children. If she felt safe enough, good enough for her children to be around Apple Sticks and Caramel Wax, what the do y'all expect me to do? Now, again, I feel like it was a lot of overstepping and too much generosity, and it kind of backfired. What was said?
Why is Angie here?
Huh?
Why is Angie here?
Keep my name. Listen, I know we not about to go there, Ange. I know we not
And
about to go there. If
I
you
would
want to
just
come up and speak,
No,
no.
I mean, she in the comments section. We can go there if she want to. She can get in the box and let's see how much truth she gonna tell why she in this box. Since she, she big and bad in the comment section.
I wouldn't. It wasn't about your name being in my mouth. That's what happened. Until you show me otherwise, these women gave you money and you never gave it back to them.
And still ain't paid it back.
I don't have
And that's
nothing to say
factual.
to Angie unless she gets in the box. I'm just recognizing that she's in the comment section over here doing the devil's work for her master. So unless she get in the box, I'm not directly addressing her. So I put anybody's name in my mouth I want to.
And I'm just being clear. And I seen some of the action that you did, Ange. I witnessed it. It was like I didn't start looking at really start looking at you funny, Angie, until that day I had that court hearing and you went the fuck off on me, cursing me out and everything like that because I wasn't in a live or something. And I was dealing with that shit with Kappa. And then the whole situation with your wife and everything. And then this shit come out. I mean, it all lines up. I get it that you never really trusted me or liked me or whatever, but Ange, I ain't never did a damn thing to you. But I know it's truth.
It's not
You did
you.
borrow money
You're
from her.
not Angie's problem. You're not Angie's problem. and
So don't
she
come.
know it.
What I'm saying is, don't
She
come over
know
here
it.
acting like I'm disrespecting you.
Leave her where she is. She in the comment section. Leave her where she is. She won't get in the box. We know that. So she just over here to distract and deflect and do stupid shit for Tanya. So let her do that stupid shit in the comment section. I wouldn't even mute her. I wouldn't
I'm
even
not.
mute her. Just let her say what the fuck she gonna say in the comment section, and let's carry on our conversation. Because what the fuck? Who the
All
fuck
right.
is y'all playing with?
Again,
Play in that comment section by your goddamn self.
it's, I don't get it, man. Y'all, it's like y'all get on this app and y'all turn into completely different people. It's, all right, let me get back. Apple Six, like I said,
Please get back to what we was talking about.
I saw the messages. I thought it was weird for you to be talking to a minor, but like I said, I can understand the dynamics because her mother was okay with that. I still don't see no evidence of a phone. I don't see no evidence of you having guardianship papers and all this nonsense. The banging on the door, you is pretty much explained by Safi why what was going on, and even Safi friend coming on Miss Tanya DeWitt live saying that they are the reason that the children didn't go to Las Vegas with you because at the last second, like you said, it was a last second thing and she changed her mind because her friends were in her ear telling her not to give you the children. And I get that because Safi didn't know you that damn long to be giving her children to you. But if she felt comfortable, she's her. That's her
No,
the mother of
no,
her children, huh?
no, no. If she was so quick to give them kids to my sister and let them go spend the night that first
Exactly.
night, what makes you think she wasn't quick enough to let them go to Vegas? And this
I
was
get no all the stuff that
out.
came out aligns with that. That what I'm seeing so far. I don't see where I can call you a fucking groomer though. I can't do that. I wouldn't even do
I
that to I Speak. I wouldn't do it to Patrick. I wouldn't do it to nobody without no fucking proof. What I see is I feel weird about it, but I don't see as far as going to put some groomer tag on you. I think my perception of it right now, I think you were just too generous and you kind of overstepped. But that's who
I
you are,
didn't overstep
proving who you are.
nowhere.
'Cause I see you do generous things
But
for Angie.
I
And
didn't overstep anything.
no, no,
I
no,
had
no, no. I'm
no.
not saying you did. It's
I've
just
never.
me as I wouldn't do it with my kids, but I can see you having a relationship with Safi and how the whole dynamics went with that. And I can see if she already left the children to spend the night with with Caramel Wax before, that means she was trusting enough to have her children around you and the whole trip and everything else. So she was the one that if anybody was putting her children in danger was Safi. She's
But
responsible for her children.
her kids were never in danger.
Right. I'm not saying call. I'm not saying they were at all. I don't believe they were at all. I don't think you would do anything malicious to them damn kids. It just the way it looked, it was weird. But when you get the
Let's say it
context
like
behind it,
this: and I think Sobe said it in the best way possible in the comments section. I believe it was yesterday when he said, "You are her mother. You are her first line of defense." No matter, because here's the thing: it's just like when you go out here and drive. You don't know how the people out there are driving. The only thing you can be responsible for is how you are driving, right? Same thing with your children. When they get outside that world, you cannot be responsible. You don't know every situation they're about to be in. So your responsibility is to teach your child how to be safe when they go out there. When you put your children out there, you're supposed to see if there are any cars coming first before you let your child cross that street. Same thing in life. You shouldn't be giving your children to nobody that you don't fucking know like that. And especially to take them to a whole nother state. Like, I don't believe the twins had any malicious intent in mind either. But I said the same thing about Michael Jackson. I love the man to death. But my kids wouldn't have spent the night with no Michael Jackson by themselves. You're
And
your
that's what how
children's
I feel.
first line of defense. So no matter what anybody else's intentions are, the safety of your children should come first and foremost to you. And like I said, you sitting up here and you're going along with this narrative that the twins tried to groom your daughters, but you got them on a 2-hour conversation with Tanya. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Again, you're putting your child in a possibly dangerous situation. And we know that this is more than likely a dangerous situation because we see how Tanya is on this app. And she talking about she counseling. It was more like a counseling session, a therapy session. What? A woman that need 10,000 motherfucking therapists is sitting up here counseling your children? Y'all gotta be out y'all fucking minds. Like, none of this adds up to anybody being a danger to these children more than the parent. Now y'all can fucking argue with whoever and whatever y'all want to argue with about that.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hold on, so I'm gonna
Hey,
let
hey,
Apple Sticks
Sober.
go. I'm gonna let Apple Sticks go, and then I'm gonna let you go. So you there, Apple Sticks?
Lisa said it best. It's like, I even text Sophie. If there's anything wrong, let me know. She never replied back to me. And this was a little before we were supposed to leave. So I didn't know where the disconnect came from because it was all of a sudden just stop. And then all this comes out. But I don't understand like how all this falls on me when those kids never spent the night at my house. I have no kids, so her kids will never be with me. They will be with my sister. So I don't know how all this falls on me. I get attacked.
I'm not putting anything on you, to be honest with you, because I just don't feel is there. It's not giving for me what they're trying to give it. And again, I just want you to see this, especially with your generosity and how people can twist things on this fucking app. And I believe this story was twisted to take a shot at you, iCreep, Caramel Wax, and Palesa.
Over hurt feelings.
All
That's
right,
my
so Apple Sticks, what's up? All right, so I'm gonna break it down. Like Palesa said, right? I've always said this about the Michael Jackson thing. I didn't blame Michael. I blamed the parents. Because one, how long did you know Safi?
It wasn't
no,
more than a year. You didn't know Safi
Right.
for over a year.
Does
no,
Safi know your first and last name?
no.
Oh, you look at that.
Fuck sends their children with somebody they don't even know their name.
I mean, like, come on now.
That's enough right there.
She don't even know my husband's name.
Right. Like, I'm just saying, y'all got to stop this nonsense on here. That woman is a danger to her own children. That's just the facts. By watching her, I've observed her relationship and how she maneuvers on this app, clinging on people. Like after she left No Cry Zone, she clinged on to Tanya. When her and Tanya was whatever, she was over here with Palesa, then she went to cry to Petty Row, then she was in Randall's live. This lady has problems. And she's a danger to her own children. And that's just the facts. And that's just me observing everything that's been happening. And I ain't gotta say, I don't care about none of the other stuff going on. But that's crazy to me. She
I
need help.
remember when Safi had something going on at her school with her children, and everybody was sharing that video to me, saying me this. I'm like, nope, because I don't trust Safi, and she is extremely performative, extremely, and she's bad at it. On top of that, and to me, when it comes to Safi exploiting her children, from what I've seen, that is not far-fetched at all.
Look, I'm a foreigner. My parents never let me spend the night at even my friend's house. So I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, no. It was always a no. So for her to just be willing to let her children go with a stranger, she doesn't even know their first or last name, that they could have left and never brought the kids, that's crazy to me.
Right. Does she even know where you live at? I mean, all she has is pretty much to know you through TikTok and a phone number.
She knew.
She knew where you lived at?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just sorry. Me as a parent, I'm just not going to give my child to somebody I ain't even known more than a damn year.
Blaze, I'm not even a parent, but even if she knew where she lived at,
yeah, I'm still not doing it.
Think about what's happened. Like, you could know where that person lived at, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be there when
I was just asking that because I'm trying to see what she even knew about Apple Sticks.
Yeah, I know.
If you don't even know her name, if you're calling her by her TikTok name and not her real name, you don't even know this woman. Man, why in the world would I ever give my children to her? No way. And like I said, this is the same woman that had her children around Randall.
Exactly.
Because that's how I was introduced to Safi. That's why I even remember Safi is because of Randall. She was around him and how she used to always like glorify him and, you know, like he was a fucking king. And that dude's a weirdo.
Can I say something real quick?
So, you know,
because what I'm thinking, like, y'all, I just be thinking about things. And as I'm listening to this conversation, I'm just thinking about how fucked up this society is, how fucked up this structure is. Yeah. We should live in a society where your community, I mean, the old folks used to say it takes a village, right? Yes, and it does, right? But a lot of us don't have a village. And a lot of us end up in situations where we're dependent on strangers to help us with our children. So there's so many different angles to this, right? But at the end of the day, my whole point is if you, as the mother, thought that your children were in any type of danger, to the point where, like I said, now y'all have graduated to the term sex trafficking. If you thought that, you should be the first one screaming from the mountaintop, busting down the doors, doing whatever it takes to protect your children. Because it's a fucked up society we live in where sometimes we are going to have to rely on strangers to help us. But it's fucked up because you don't know these people's intentions and you end up picking the wrong stranger. Or you end up with a situation like this where you have people that are trying to help your kids, and they're not doing it in the best way either. But they recognize that you need help. And you're able to take advantage of that situation and manipulate it, because I just truly believe if that woman ever thought that her kids was in any type of real danger, this wouldn't be coming out just now. The way you're trying to get people on this app to crusade for you and tell your story and tell your kid's story and get the message out there. It seems you would have been doing that from the very jump. So it's a fucked up society we live in because we should be able to depend on that village. But we don't even have a village anymore. And so we're stuck having to wonder if the stranger that's trying to help us is real or if the stranger we're trying to help is real. I just, like
And
that's
that's
why I
fucked
said
up,
I don't
right?
understand how y'all have so much motherfucking joy in this clusterfuck of a society.
I feel the same way. This shit is, I mean, it's just a system that we're all in. It's horrible that you got to worry about not only people hurting your children, you got to worry about the people that you allow to try to help you and help your children to hurt you as well. But like Sobe said and everybody else said, the parent is the first line of defense. And I didn't watch this woman exploit her children, and I don't see why nobody can actually wants to talk about that. And again, everybody that's involved is welcome to come up and speak. Y'all can record my live, send it to anybody you want, because this was said to me earlier, and I feel the same way. When the dust settle or whatever y'all gonna do, at the end, this shit ain't gonna have nothing to do with me.
Like Blaze, I've just been watching it. I didn't speak on nothing on it until just like, the other day when I was just like, well, I think from my perspective, like, Safi what is the first line of defense, and she failed those kids because she doesn't know these women. So that's when because I just been watching it all going, I'm like, I don't even understand how you're trying to paint someone who was just being helpful as a groomer when you as a mother didn't
She's
vet
an
these people.
opportunist.
Like you didn't know these people. And it's
Safi is opportunist. She saw this just like the story that happened with her children at school. She saw it as an opportunity. And I feel that's the type of person she is. Excuse me.
And Tanya Michelle turned around and did the same thing to Safi. You
Right.
saw it as an opportunity to take us down over here. And like I said, girl, I don't give a fuck what you say. That head and that neck was swinging in the motherfucking air when Safi said that Randall was her fucking leader and she supported him through those fucking allegations. Girl, you knew then. First of all, you knew when I'm okay. Let me calm down because this is some bullshit.
I mean,
This is
that
why I
alone
wanted to play the live, but then I was just like, fuck it, I'm not even gonna play the live. But from the very beginning, you knew Safi was not, you said it, right? But you wanted this interview so bad. You knew Safi was not equipped to have no damn interview. I mean, you would ask the woman a question, and first of all, she would go way somewhere else. And in the middle of way somewhere else, she's like, well, what did you say again? What was the question again? So she didn't even know what the fuck she was even saying. You knew this. And you still pressed and twisted this woman's words, right? To fit your narrative. You tried to lead her into saying certain things. Girl, I watched the whole damn thing. Anybody watching with any sense knew that you were trying to keep control of Safi over that whole fucking interview so that she could say the things that you needed her to say. Safi wasn't hitting on none of that shit because whatever the fuck Safi got going on, baby, she couldn't pay attention nor comprehend. So she was just a talking. And she fucked around and said some shit where you knew in that moment You fucked up. So don't come back now to my there were some questionable things, girl. You should have been asking fucking questions. While you sitting there stuck like a deer in the headlights. You ain't ask her shit about them questionable things she was saying in your fucking live then. So baby, don't question them now.
And again, nobody has shown up. I'm waiting. All of y'all are watching. Everybody that's involved got something to say about this. This is your opportunity, because on and off this app, I am not talking about this shit no more. Like, this shit was interrupting my vacation, then my birthday, the day after my birthday. I'm not talking about this shit no more. This is your opportunity. My live is open. The box is open. So where are y'all at?
They watching from Zoom.
Exactly. That's where everybody be watching us at now. Everybody got their little super groups over there, to take us down. They got they Zooms and they Discords and shit, and they motherfucking uniting together behind the scenes,
And let me say this, right? There is no Zoom or Discord with me and Scala and Ray and Blake. No Discord, no none of that. There is not one. So stop.
I'm a part of no Discords at all. The only people that I speak to on a regular basis are up in this box and Miss Cryzone and Palesa, and so I don't even speak to Apple Sticks like that. So I don't give a shit about Discords. But y'all are weird. Y'all are all watching, but y'all don't want to come in here and stand on what y'all said? Nobody got no questions? This is the time and place right now. Everybody will get a chance to
ain't nobody got no answers. That's the problem. Not no answers that make any fucking sense. So that's why they don't come over here in our boxes for real. This is why the only time they really talk to you, Blaze, is when you go to their space.
Or off the app.
Or off the app. Because they ain't going to come in here and talk to you.
And that makes no sense to me.
Oh, it makes perfect sense to me. It's too many intelligent people over here for them to fucking sit up here and lie. So they got to lie in their space. They got to do that fuckery in their space. Because if they come over here, they know 9 times out of 10, you're going to let me and Sobe or somebody else up in this motherfucking box that's going to ask some real fucking questions.
Well, how about
and they ain't going to have no answers.
How about this? If you want to come in here, you think that I'll drop everybody out the fucking box. Come ask your questions.
I wouldn't even give them that fucking satisfaction. Because now they just want to come over here and play in your face.
Right.
Ain't going to be no playing in my face. Because like I said,
but that's exactly what the fuck they would be doing.
Like I said, I'm over this shit. At this point, I'm just irritated by it, because for real, this shouldn't even went this fucking far. But like I said, people had their own motives using this damn story. And the fact that, like I said, when my name get drug into it, yeah, I got a problem with that. Because honestly, I'd rather get back to keeping my foot on Patrick's fucking neck. And I Speak's neck.
But all of these scenarios prove that Patrick and I Speak ain't the only ones who should have foots on their necks.
Yep.
Right.
Right? Because Safi is one that should have a foot on her neck, if not for any reason, but for her to take care and protect her own fucking kids. Right? Tanya out here doing all type of fucking crazy ass shit. They're acting no different than the people that, we're speaking against. They're just like them. So you might as well toss them over there in that group too.
I said that earlier. I said that Tanya, I don't know this woman you turned into, but you are turned into
that heifer was already that. She was already that when she came trolleying along.
But it looked like you done, like I said, she done aligned herself with llamas and everybody the fuck else and all them snakes in her camp. You done turned it to the people I'm fighting against.
Let me say this, right? This is what the llamas do. When they see that you have a falling out with somebody, all of a sudden they're in their life. They did it with Granny Coy. Now they're doing it with Tanya. This
Oh,
is the
yep.
same. It's what they do. They try to go play nice with people who fall out with you. That's all it is. And that's why when I'm in Granny's life, they know they can't come over there. Because Granny be like, no, y'all can't be here because they be running their mouth. Nah, get out.
Oh my God, y'all sound stupid. Please stop with the stupid stuff. At least if you're going to do